everybody. Today I'm going to be showing you how I got that look in the beginning photo. So I'm going to start off by putting some concealer on my eyelids since I don't have an eyeshadow base, and I'm going to blend that out with my finger. And I just want to keep blending the edges out so it won't look so harsh. And after I blend that out, I'm going to take some of my Maybelline Loose Shine powder, and I'm going to take it and set that concealer so it can help my eyeshadow blend better instead of sticking to it. Okay, I'm taking my Ulta Beauty Melissa Michelle palette, and I'm going to go to the color Rosemary. And then after the color Rosemary, I'm going to eventually go into the color Harley. But I use Rosemary as a transition color, and then I'm going to put Harley underneath that. Excuse me if you keep seeing me looking back and moving things. It's just because this is my first video, so I'm trying to get everything right. And it was kind of the lighting. I was trying to make sure the light wasn't shining too bright in my face. But in this clip right here, in this moment, I think I'm still using Rosemary. Got a little itch on my chin. Okay. Now, that actually was an accident. I did not use that orange color. Harley was the next color. That brown one that I just pointed to, that's the next color. And I just used that underneath Rosemary. And that brush that I'm using is an E.L.F. eye blending brush. I have two. It was one that came shaped like that, and then I have a black one that I'm going to use later in the video, and you will see that. And excuse the compact mirror, but it's always easier for me to do my makeup with a compact mirror. I just wish I had a better camera so you can actually see the layout of the eyeshadow. I do apologize, but it's just a get ready with me. It's not a tutorial. Gosh, I hate that. Okay, I'm taking my Watch My Smoke palette from the Crayon case. And I'm going to use that red color. It has a name, but I didn't look on the back of the box, but I'll try to have everything listed in the description box below. And that black brush that I'm using right there is my also an E.L.F. eye blending brush. And I just took that red color and I kind of put it in my crease, and I just trying to go back and forth. And I used to blend a brush instead of a regular brush to try to get the color to blend out nice and won't be too harsh. I'm trying to make sure it's as blended out as I possibly can. I'm not a pro with the blending yet, but I think I do a pretty okay job. I'm pretty decent. I just need to get some better brushes or just work on it and get some more blending brushes. But that's all I'm doing, just trying to make sure I blend it out nicely in my crease so it won't look too crazy since it is red. And then I got my pencil brush and I went back in the color Harley. And I also kind of took that color and put some more above the red just to try to darken it up a little bit more. Because once I put that red there and I blended it the way that it blended, I just felt like I needed to go back and put some more of the brown there just so it could stick out and be a little darker. And then I'm going to go back and blend that out. I believe I'm reaching for my Urban Decay single eyeshadow, the half baked. It's a gold. I don't know what's the name of it per se, but if I find, I have to find it and list the name in the description box below. And that's a crease brush from a brush set I got from TJ Maxx, and I love to use it to apply my glitter. So I'm going to spray some of the MAC Fix Plus on it. I actually got that. It came in a set during Black Friday for $20. So it came with 2 others just in that same size. But I'm going to take and pat it in that single eyeshadow. And I like that brush because I like to carve out my lid. Sometimes I go above it because I have very bad natural creasing on my eyelids. So sometimes I have to go above it. And then once I carve it out, I just go back on and pat it. So I kind of carve it as if I'm doing a cut crease per se, but I'm not doing a cut crease. Because eventually I'm going to go back out and blend that harsh line out at the top and try to fade it so it won't look too crazy. But that's how I apply my glitter. Or at least my glitter shadows. It's not a glitter pigment. It's just a glitter shadow. And I forgot to mention that I did do my eyebrows off camera because I'm not that good at my eyebrows. They never look as sharp as other people's. It's something I still have to work on, but I try. But back to this. I'm doing the same thing on this eye as I did on the other eye. Just trying to carve it out per se and pat it down and make sure it's nice and to my liking. It's enough pigment. And then I take my same black eyeshadow blending brush that I was using for the red, and then I didn't add any color on it or any other eyeshadow. I just took it and just blended out the harsh line. And I did not apply my liner on camera because it's kind of hard for me to do it, especially wing liner. I didn't wing it, but just saying, that's why I didn't do it on camera. And I just wanted to show the mascara I used. I didn't apply that on camera either. And that's also the facial primer I use, the E.L.F. Hydrating face primer is what I use because I have normal to dry skin. And I'm using the it's a MAC foundation. I'm in the color NC 50. I think that's the Pro Longwear one that comes in the tube, and then you really just need a little bit when you use it, just a little bit. So that's why I just put one on one side of my face and my cheek, and then just spread all the way down that part of my face. And my brush is a Wet n Wild foundation brush. I just needed a new simple foundation brush since my other one in my set was messed up and gone. So I tried to take the excess from that brush and just try to put it on my forehead and everywhere that I could. But then I felt like I needed to add some more in those spots where I felt like I needed more coverage or didn't have enough foundation. So I went back and just added little droplets. And I don't know if you can see, but I also have a natural creasing under my eye. Something about that skin right under my eye. I don't know what it's called, but if you look, mine is very fat and protrudes out more than a lot of people's. So that's why I was taking a brush under my eye like that and really trying to get it. So I'm going to take my Real Technique sponge and I sprayed some MAC Fix Plus on it. And I'm just using it to blend out any harsh lines or any streaky lines that could have been caused from using the foundation brush. And I really have to get into that little crease right underneath my eye, so I really have to look up a lot. I'm taking my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the color Fawn. And then I'm going to also take some of Toffee, and I'm going to put a little bit of Toffee under my eye as well. I used to use Toffee all the time, but once I got that MAC foundation, I feel like Fawn looks better because it's more golden than the Toffee. The Toffee can look ashy on me, or make me look ashy in a sense. And I feel like Fawn is a little bit more golden and it just looks a little better. And that's me putting Toffee in the middle of Fawn. And I'm spraying with more Fix Plus again. I'm going to blend that out. I watched Jackie Aina, so I try to do what she does a little bit and try to let it dry down some before I go to pat it in. But now I'm going to set that in with the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the color 355 Coconut with my powder brush. And I keep looking up like that because once again I have that natural creasing right up under my eye, and I try to make sure I can get in there with some of the powder. And I'm just setting the areas that I highlighted with that color because I don't really bake. But of course you need to set the liquid or the cream with the powder just to make sure it stays, and also to help with transfer. That's a Nicka K Duo contour palette that I got from my local beauty supply store. And I use a darker shade and an angled blush brush to do my contour. And I don't do cream contour. I just like to do the powder. It's better for me. Maybe I'll do cream if I find one darker, if I go to the store and stop being so lazy. And I have to turn my head to the side like that. It really helps me see the angle that I'm trying to go in for my contour. And the lighting was also a little lower or different, so that's why I had to keep turning my head to make sure I was looking right. And then I also just contour my forehead a little bit. I don't really know if I need it or not. I just do it for the habit from watching other people when I was learning how to do my makeup. So I contour my jawline a little bit also because I have such a fat face. And then I take that lighter color and take my powder brush again, and I just use it to set all over my face because that color is actually the color of my skin tone. And so I felt like it would help mesh all the colors together. So I just set my face all over. And then I have the Makeup Revolution blush palette, and I took that gold color. I was trying to use it as a tear duct color, but it wasn't coming out the way I wanted it to. So that's why I didn't include that. But I tried to take that also, and I used some of that lighter pink color as a blush. It does have slight shimmer in it, but I couldn't really see it like that on my skin. So I kind of went in with another brush, the Profusion Rosette. It's just a brand that I got from when I used to work at Ross. And I got a makeup set out of there, a blush makeup set out of there. And that's the brush that came with it. I didn't really see the slight highlight until I turned my cheeks a little bit, or the slight shimmer until I turned a little bit, and the way the light was hitting, that's when I was like, oh, this blush has a little bit of, you know, shine to it. But I also have the Profusion highlight palette, and that brush is a highlighter brush from a brush set from TJ Maxx that I got. And I took the darkest color to highlight with, the darkest gold. I can't think of the name. I think it's Golden Honey or something like that, but I'll try to list everything in the description box. And I don't really wear a lot of highlight because sometimes it's cute on camera. You know, when you're watching a video and want somebody else do it, but then in person, it looks like entirely too much. And sometimes I just feel like if it looks like too much, I'm just not going to do it. So I felt like right here was just enough. So I just highlighted my cheekbones. I took the excess and put it on my forehead. And then I took some more and put it on the tip of my nose. And my Cupid's bow, like above my lip. And right in between, right in the dip of my nose. Oh, I also forgot to mention that I put some lashes on. They were Kiss Natural Lash High Voltage. I had just got them today from Family Dollars. And I just kind of wanted to try them. I forgot to show them. I'll just try to list them also. And then that color, I didn't show it before I put the lipstick on because I wanted to test it and see if I liked it, because I wasn't sure what lip I was going to do. So I ended up doing it, and I like that lip. It's also a LA Colors matte liquid lipstick, and it's actually really matte. I'm still wearing it now. And for it to be $2, it was like very transfer proof. But thanks for watching. Thank you so much, and have a good day. Bye.